We've all heard that classic saying that the eyes are the window to our soul. But what else can our eyes tell us? Well, iridologists believe that the eyes are also the window to our health. So today, I'm going to find out what my baby blues reveal about me.
So we've just taken your photo and got that uploaded here, and I'm going to go through a few different aspects of your eyes. So we'll be looking at the white part of your eye, the coloured part, as well as the pupils.
Okay. And what is iridology?
Iridology is the observation of the eye, and the colours and the patterns and the structure of the eye can tell so much about your health. Where their digestion is at, how they react to stress, personality tendencies and traits, as well as other basic things like the state of their lymphatic system, whether they process toxins, how well their bowels are moving, and what their circulation's like.
You've listed off some varying factors there, but can you diagnose disease through iridology?
Iridology is a screening tool. It's not diagnostic, so it tells us of the potential and the areas that need nurturing in the body. Your pupil's actually quite a really good size. There's a few minor flattenings there, so that can indicate that you've had some issues potentially with your back. So do you get any issues with lower back and mid back there?
Yeah, it's funny. In the last few months, I've actually found out through massage that my back is out of alignment. One side is pulling, so I've had a sore neck, and I always thought it was the neck, but it's actually the back.
Yeah. So
what are the origins of iridology?
Iridology goes back hundreds of years. The ancient Egyptians were observing each other's eyes, but modern iridology was really from the 1800s, where the masters of iridology were looking into people's eyes and really tying it into the physical anatomy of the body and linking markings in the eyes to specific areas, for example, the liver or the heart. Now iridology has developed even further, and now we're starting to connect the mental and the emotional aspects of a person to signs in their eyes as well. So it incorporates the physical and emotional. Moving out then, looking at the rest of your body, you've got a blue eye type. Now, blue eye types are more prone to things, to inflammation.
Okay.
So how this can make you feel is like achiness, any sort of inflammatory condition, whether that be allergies, whether that be just pain in the body as well.
Tell me the balance between the physical ailments and emotional and spiritual ailments that you see in the eye.
Every aspect in the eye has got both a physical or then an emotional connection. So, for example, I might be looking into the lung area of your eye and you might say, nope, haven't had any issues there. But then I might turn to the related emotion, which is grief. And it might be that you've definitely had some impact in that area. If you notice here, there's a fair bit of greying just on the outside of the pupil there, and that can indicate that your stomach isn't producing enough gastric acid. So when you're eating, you may feel quite full, even though you're having a smaller meal, or if you're having something heavier like a meat, you may feel a little bit more bloated. And that also shows in the whites of your eyes how we've got that little bit of yellowing happening on the outsides there.
It's been said that in iridology, you're not just seeing my health, you might see generational health. What does that mean?
So when I'm looking into your eye, it's not just your health and your potential in this lifetime, but it's also what you've inherited. And whether you have the best or worst case scenario is dependent on the way that you eat, drink, think, live and love. With the pattern that I'm seeing in your eye, sometimes this style can result in times where you've got lots of energy and then feeling quite fatigued, and that's where you may want to reach for a coffee or something sweet just to pick you up and keep you going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
we look at ourselves in the mirror every day in some way, but I don't think we really look deeply. What do you think iridology can do?
Iridology really taps into that traditional wisdom. And through that, we can learn just the simple ways when people are feeling really overwhelmed and don't know where to start, which avenue to take. Iridology can just scratch that surface and just be the beginning of a beautiful journey to get you to be the best version of yourself.
They say when we truly deeply look into somebody else's eyes, we get a better understanding of who they are and can forge a deeper connection. Here at Billabong Retreat, I worked with Anne in my iridology session to work out who I am, but from a health perspective. Now, I learnt things that I wouldn't ordinarily see on a day-to-day basis, but the exciting thing is I've got some tools and techniques that I can implement over the next 6 to 12 months so that I can be happier and healthier physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and I can't wait.